Welcome to Make Your Day Richer. Hey, I don't usually well, sometimes I do talk about the products I love, but I just had the best cookie from Buzz Cakes in Indian Land, and I just want to tell you about them. I met the owner through Becky's podcast, Gorilla HR, that I help edit, and she got me some. Becky got me some vegan cookies from there to celebrate the 1 year anniversary yesterday. And this cookie is can you just, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this, but look at how this bends. Look at this cookie. And I already ate one, so I'm not going to eat this now or during the break. But if you're in the Indian Land area, go to Buzz Cakes and support a local business that clearly is making fantastic bakery. Okay. Outside of this show, before we begin, I just want to tell you that I also do production and editing for other podcasts. And Introspection with Amy Lindner Lessner has a new episode out, and I want to show you a clip. Take a look.
What do you want, and how long do you want, and who do you want? These conversations don't bring death closer. They bring us closer to each other and to what really matters. There's some beautiful resources that have been emerging fairly recently. Death cafes, which are gatherings often in coffee shops where people talk about death over tea and cake. There are wonderful people who act as end-of-life doulas. They help people die the way birth doulas help people give birth. And legacy projects, writing letters, making videos, creating memory boxes.
You can go to introspection.com to learn more about Amy, her coaching, her grief coaching, and the podcast. So take a look at that. Today, we're talking about something essential for a good life. That is a good night's sleep. Derek Hales completely transformed the way millions of people buy mattresses. What started as a personal quest to find an affordable, comfortable mattress with his wife, Samantha, led Derek to found NapLab, where he and his team have now tested over 400 different mattresses to help you make informed choices. So let's start the show.
Make your day richer than it was before. Got some good times knocking upon your front door.
Derek, nice meeting you. Thanks for being here.
Likewise, absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
I mean, we've had an entire episode on napping before with Barbara Bottolotti and the power of napping, and I feel like we should have booked you for this because it would have been the perfect second guest for that episode. And I feel like you're really, you probably hear this a lot, that you have the best job in the world, maybe.
Yeah, I think a lot of people say that, on the surface, it's, all I do is lay around all day and sleep. But there's a little bit more to it than that. But don't get me wrong. It really is an amazingly fun job.
Well, I love your entire story because it's kind of similar to mine in some ways. Of you started this entire thing in your one-bedroom apartment, and
Yep,
it has
that's correct.
grown. Yeah, tell everybody really what you do.
Yeah, so what we do is we test and review mattresses. So we get new mattresses, we put them through our battery of objective and data-driven tests. We try to really just learn about the mattress. How much does it bounce? How is the cooling? How is the pressure relief? How is the support? All the things that people care about a mattress. We try to put as much objective and quantifiable data behind that assessment as possible. And then we use all that to make really informed recommendations and personalized recommendations for our readers.
How did this happen? How did this start?
by accident. I don't know that many people that sort of on purpose get into mattress testing, but it really just kind of began with getting married. My wife and I got married in 2014. We needed a new mattress. We were sleeping on my super old full-size mattress as a kid that I had brought with me. So we needed a new mattress. We did the whole sort of in-store shopping experience, trying to go in stores and lay on beds and try them out and see what we like best. And We found several that we liked in store, but we just couldn't stomach the $5,000 price tag. So we ended up taking a chance on some of these new online beds that were just launching in 2014. We tried one, wasn't a great fit, but it was inexpensive, and we tried another. It was a little bit better. And then we kind of got to the end of this process with a bed that we found that we pretty well liked. And I had now tested 2 of these online beds and a bunch of mattresses in the store. And so I took kind of all of my research notes and shopping notes and my experiences on these mattresses and threw up a quick website on kind of a weekend. Really, it's just kind of a hobby project, and it just blew up. And within just a few months, the website had exploded. I had replaced my sort of full-time income. Mattress brands were sort of wanting to send us more things to test and review. So we kept saying yes, kept reviewing, kept testing, and the site just blew up from there.
What were you doing before this?
So my previous career was in digital marketing.
Okay, so you knew, at least you knew how to market what you were doing. So that's helpful.
Yeah, definitely helps when your day job is kind of building and optimizing websites. So I had a good sense of sort of kind of how to build a website, but learning all the ins and outs of mattresses and testing and really kind of doing it on is definitely its own beast as well.
And you're the founder of NapLab, which is your company and the website. At what point were you like, this has to be something bigger? Because I love the entire story of like moving it from your apartment. You have a full studio now that you actually like do these testings and filmings for, right?
Yes. So it's we definitely were. I always just sort of like looked around like, this thing can't continue. It's gonna fall apart. So we were very sort of slow to expand and grow. So we stayed in the 1-bedroom apartment for about a year. And when we moved out of there, I moved out with 17 king size mattresses that had taken over the apartment.
That's called hoarding, Derek. That's called hoarding.
Yes,
There's a show
yes.
for that as well.
We when the movers showed up and saw it, they were not impressed. They were not happy. we got it all moved out. We moved into our first home together, which was considerably bigger. And so kind of the same thing there. The whole kind of mattress business sort of took over that house, and by the time we moved out of there, we had 45 king size mattresses that had filled up that house. And we moved into a bigger house and was able to get dedicated studio space and a dedicated garage and storage space. And fortunately, I finally got the mattresses out of my house, much to my wife and children's happiness, and into sort of a dedicated space so it's not constantly taking over our personal lives.
What do you do with the used mattresses once you've tested them?
So we support a local charity here in Phoenix, Arizona. So they are able to connect basically people who are in need of mattresses with our mattresses. So we give pretty much everything. Once we're done testing and reviewing it, it goes to them.
Wow, that's amazing. What a great concept. When you're doing this, what are you looking for in a mattress? Like what's your criteria for a good and a bad mattress?
So we have our battery of objective and data-driven tests. And so we have sort of 8 different scoring factors, including cooling and pressure relief, response time, sex, edge support, and other factors. And so we look at all of these factors and we sort of do our battery of tests that we are taking, thermal camera images for the cooling test. We have an accelerometer to test motion transfer. We do sort of photo and video analysis to see exactly like how much is this sinking or how far down does this mattress actually rebound on the bounce. And we take all of this data and basically put it into our scoring system that tells us exactly how this mattress sort of compares on a scale compared to everything else we've tested. So I can objectively say that this mattress is cooler than this mattress, or this mattress has better edge support than this one, or this one has better sex because of all of these factors. And that helps us come up with an overall score that then informs our final recommendation.
Oh my gosh. Is it still just you doing all of this, or do you now have a team?
No. So much like we slowly sort of, built up our studio and video space, we slowly built up a team also. So we have 6 full-time employees that help me sort of make this whole operation work.
That's amazing. What can you tell people now of like things to look for? Like you were talking about how expensive they are. Like is our mattresses one of those things where like you get what you pay for?
You do up to a point. I think that sweet spot is somewhere between $1,500 and $2,000 for a queen size. When you start spending more than that, in most cases, you're just paying more for branding, and you're not really getting a better performing mattress. At least the diminishing returns really starts to kick in. So, and there are a few exceptions. If it's something that's super organic or all natural or really specialized materials, sometimes those mattresses, you can justify up to, let's say, 2,500 or 3,000. But the notion that many of these more like traditional sort of legacy brands and big retailers have sort of tried to sell that you got to spend, $5,000-6,000 on a bed. I just don't think that's true. There is just so many wonderful value mattresses on the market today that really is just, you can get just a great bed for that 1.5 to 2K mark now.
Okay. Where do you see the company going? Like what's your vision for this in 2025 and beyond?
I feel we have a lot of work yet to do just in the world of mattresses. There are so many mattress brands that we have yet to still test, even though we've tested 300 different mattresses at NapLab. There's still so many more out there. And so I think in 2025, I want to continue to really try and expand and cover as many brands and models as possible. As long as we still have readers and viewers coming to us saying, oh, do you have this? Do you have that? Like that just makes me want to keep expanding into those areas. But beyond that, we're looking at, sheets and pillows and bed frames and kind of all the other stuff that goes under mattresses. I think once I feel like we've sort of done most of the mattress world, then I think we'll take a look at the branching out into some of those categories as well, because there's a lot of need there as well.
Yeah, that's so smart. How long does it take you to like test one mattress? Like how long does it take to make a final decision?
So it takes about a week or so for a mattress to sort of work its way fully through our testing queue. And so sort of mattresses come in, they get unboxed, we do our full tests, we do all of our photos and videos, we're writing scripts, we're writing the content, we're doing the analysis, all the scoring. So it's a long process. It goes to sort of one team member to another. Each kind of team member specializes in one little area so we can keep this mattress testing factory running smoothly.
I love that. I suppose everybody asks you like what mattress you have and what mattress you recommend.
Yeah, so the mattress that I personally sleep on and have since 2017 is a mattress called Loom and Leaf. Yeah, it's a mattress made by Satva. It is a sort of luxury end memory foam mattress. And so my wife and I love the feel of memory foam. It's the body contouring hug, the pressure relief is so good, as is the motion transfer. But bounce is only okay, edge sport's only okay, sex is only okay, cooling is only okay. So it's not for everybody. But if you love memory foam, I think then you could love Loom and Leaf as well. For most people, I recommend the Wink Bed, which is the highest performing mattress we've tested to date. It is a 1.5K for a queen size, high performance hybrid. Comes in 3 different firmnesses, Euro top cover. It's just a very balanced, even, non-polarizing, high-performing mattress. And so for that reason, it's just a great fit for most sleepers. So if you're unsure of what mattress, I almost always will recommend a hybrid because they are typically going to be, again, the most balanced and even and well-liked by most sleepers.
Gotcha. I've heard you say like your kind of category is queen size. Are you testing only on queen size? Like do you do one size no matter what bed?
Yeah, so if we only test on queen
Okay.
size, really for the purpose of consistency. And so behind me, I have our queen size testing frame. So all mattresses get tested right behind me. So we have the same frame, the same photos, the same videos, the same everything. That way, everything is really consistent and it's easy to compare from mattress to mattress.
Is replacing your mattress a general thing, or does that also depend on what type of mattress you have, how often you should replace it?
Sure. So in general, 8 to 10 years is the sweet spot. But it's one of those things where if you have a mattress that's less than that and you're just not sleeping well, then it may be time to replace it early. Mattresses that are like super budget friendly, let's say those less than $800, less than $1,000, those sometimes are not going to last 8 to 10 years, especially that like $200 to $500 range, this type of bed you see a lot of times on Amazon. Those can last, more like 2 to 5 years. But there are some brands and models that will last considerably longer. Latex in particular is a very durable material. So a latex bed can go anywhere from 15 to 25 years. So it really just depends on the model. But in most cases, 8 to 10 years. If you're getting something super inexpensive, probably a little less, something else a little bit higher and a little bit more.
Okay. What do you love most about your life right now?
guy. It's just so fun. I mean, I get to work with friends and family, people I love and care about. I get to, run my own show, build my own business. We have this amazing sort of office and the studio space, a storage space that's just a short walk, right behind my house. And so, I really feel like I'm living the dream. We are incredibly blessed and fortunate to do what we do. And it's just cool, being able to do something that I feel like is really helping people and sort of
Mhm.
my life before mattresses. I'm helping, giant, Fortune 100 companies, sell more sodas or reverse mortgages. And, it wasn't the most, it didn't make me feel good at the end of the day. At the end of
Yeah.
every day, I feel like happy and accomplished with what I've done.
What is the best way that people can connect with you and follow you?
So the best way is just to come to our website at naplab.com, NAPLAB. There we have all of our reviews, comparisons, tests, and everything else. You'll also find our mattress quiz there. It's a short form you can fill out with your specific needs, preferences, and budget. That goes straight to me, and I can send them back a personalized recommendation based on their needs.
Great. Derek, thank you so much for coming on and teaching us and helping us. I think what better way to make your day richer than a good night's sleep?
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. Naplab.com is Derek's website. We're going to take a break and be right back after this. Don't go away. Life is difficult. Are you feeling overwhelmed or like you could use a little support for your mental well being? Visit the Help Hub. It's the most comprehensive and inclusive free online destination for mental health resources, helpful tools, crisis hotlines, and supportive content. Just go to thehelphub.co to find the resources you need when you need them most. Unlike other resource pages, the Help Hub is divided into 16 different categories, ensuring that everyone in every community has access to the resources and support that matches their unique needs. Find the help you're looking for at thehelphub.co. That's our show, everyone. Thanks for watching. Now's a good time to just share the show wherever you're watching. And it's probably from your bed at this point, or your new bed, hopefully, now that Derek has helped you with that. And just share the show wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening. And go make your day richer. Go make somebody else's day richer. You've made mine by watching this show, and I love you for it. We'll see you tomorrow with an all new episode. Have a great day, everyone. Bye bye.